Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Ryan with IowaClassicCars, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to see if we can get a 1958 Chevrolet Biscayne running again. So we've got a 1958 Biscayne and a 1959 Biscayne, and I never thought that these cars were much alike, and they're really not. The fenders are a lot more bulky, the cars are a little narrower, a little shorter. But if you look at these cars, you can see the start of the fin right here, where it kind of starts to take off, and then in 1959, they really perfected it with the fin. So I guess in that regard, they are similar, but they're very, very different, and that's what I like about these cars. This is the first 58 that I've ever owned in about 7 years of buying and selling cars. This is field fresh out of a field in northern Iowa. My friend Austin, you guys probably remember him. In one of my first videos, he helped me dig a 1964 Impala out of a field, but he brought me this in exchange for a 2004 Acura that I had. Now, the Acura wasn't the best car either. It had a bad transmission. And as you guys can see, this car has the special Flintstone floors. And really, this was a parts car for the guy for a long time. It's been off the road for quite a while. It was sunk way down in the ground when he got it. So I will try to put a clip of where he actually found it in this video, trying to get that worked out with him, trying to get that off of his phone. But yeah, we're going to see today if we can get this old girl to run again. It is a 283 motor, a 2-barrel, so not a power pack car. It has an oil bath air cleaner on it, but I do not believe in 58 they had an oil bath. I know that they made a 4-barrel standard paper filter type air cleaner. So if you guys know about this on the 2-barrels, if they came with a oil bath, let me know. It's got a washer bottle here for the windshield. Manual brakes, 3-speed on the column, which is kind of unique. Not a whole lot of V8s came with the 3-speed. You know, if you're gonna buy the motor or the upgraded motor, get the upgraded transmission for like 80 bucks. So kind of an oddball there, but really nothing crazy, nothing super desirable in terms of rare options or anything like that. But she is stuck, she is sanitary. So I'm hoping we can pull the spark plugs out of this thing, put some oil down the cylinders. I will take the fan and the water pump off here. Take the shroud off here. I'll put a bar on the pulley down there, and we'll see if we can bring her back to life. So again, everything is there. Everything is sanitary. It's just stuck from sitting for so long. So the first things first, let's get those spark plugs out. So on these old school V8s, you've got to be a little careful because they've got these guards, and these things are notorious for cutting hands. I thought I needed the extension, but I guess not. Oh, that one was already loose. Oh, that's a good sign, or maybe a bad sign. A little bit of rust on the plugs. They actually don't look bad. The contact looks really good, just some corrosion. Oh boy, they're all loose. Maybe someone was working on this before me. Same thing, that spark plug. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. The contact though looks really, really good. Just rust along the outer lip there. That one's gross. All right, I'm gonna pull this last one and we're gonna look inside the bores. And number 4 has got some sludge in it. Better sign than rust, but not a good sign. All right, everybody. So there's bore number 1. This one actually looks fairly decent. However, I wasn't worried about number 1 cylinder, or yeah, this is 1. Number 3 cylinder has a little bit of rust. It does have a cobweb in there, but this one also is not bad. There's our problem. Cylinder 5, quite a bit of corrosion. A lot of rust in the cylinder bore there. I'm hoping the head doesn't have to come off, but it might need it on this one. All right, let's go get some oil and let's oil this thing down here. One thing I didn't even see, we have a dead rat, and we're missing a cover for the thermostat. However, it doesn't look terribly corroded inside of there. Maybe, hopefully, that had a good seal and kept a lot of crap out of there. So I'll put that back just for now. All right, let's get some oil. I know this is so ineffective, but I love this old school. Oh, well, that's an easy way to get those out of the way. I love this old school oil squirter. We're gonna load these cylinders full of oil, let her sit for a few days, come back, and hopefully she's gonna run again. I love this old oil bath air cleaner. The AC glass style fuel filter that's broken. Everything is just broken and not functional in this car, but it will be awesome to bring it back to life, hopefully. One of the easiest and greatest facts of all time is the fact that on a 58, well, maybe earlier than that, maybe like a 55 through about 64 Chevrolet, you can literally take the whole front end of the car pretty much apart with a 1/2 inch socket, a 9/16 socket, and the same thing in wrenches. I mean, really 2 size bolts and 2 size nuts are all that really hold the front end together. Now, the bad thing about that is there's 5 million bolts that hold these front ends together. So if you guys want to take one apart, just be prepared when you think you got them all, you're probably still missing 30% of the bolts. So I'm going to take the radiator, the fan shroud, the fan, the pulley on the crank, take all that stuff off now. Just when we come back to this thing in a few days, we can actually try to break it free once the Marvel has had some time to soak and do its work. Another pretty cool fact about 58 through 61 Chevrolets is, and then actually might be 58 through 65 with the 409, but 283 cars and 327 cars have 3 ribs on their fan shroud. 348s, I know, maybe 409s do as well, but 348s for sure only have 2. So the next time you're at a car show and see a 58 through 65 Chevrolet with a 348 or 409, check it out. See if it's got the 2 groove fan shroud, or if it's a fake, it's a phony. It's a small block fan shroud. Just more useless knowledge for the day. 6 bolts. Well, I guess 1 hose clamp. Literally hold the fan shroud, the radiator, and all its weight in place. 6 1/2 inch bolts. So I'm going to get a screwdriver, get this lower hose off, and this entire thing will come out. Okay, so now that the radiators are out of the way, the fan shroud's pushed forward, the easiest way to get this stuff out, there's 4 half-inch bolts that hold the fan on. You take that out, you can move this fan shroud a lot more. Just gotta be careful. I've already hit my head twice on this thing. I hate this design. I like it so much more when you actually push it right here, and the hood opens from the bottom, not the top. Oh well, let's get that done and hopefully save my my head some scars. Just kidding. When half of the radiator comes off, it's a whole lot easier to get the whole thing out. But I'm kind of afraid there's a lot of rust in this water pump here. And the water pump does still turn. The belt doesn't want to let go either, but that's okay. I don't know, there's a lot of positives and a lot of negative signs in this motor. The fact that 2 of the cylinders are locked up, or not locked up, but have water and crud in them, not good. A lot of rust out of the water pump, not good. Complete engine, good. 4 of the 8 cylinders at least look really good. Good. We'll just have to let her soak for a couple days. Pull that pulley on the crank, and put a bar on it. I guess see what happens. If we have to, we'll pull the valve covers and get a little more in depth with it. Okay, everybody. So we are going to try to turn this engine over now. My buddy Ray, we saw him in the 1964 Impala 4-door sedan rescue about, 3 months ago maybe? He made this for me. He was tired of watching me struggle by putting 2 bolts through here, so he made me this little puller, and it's a pretty nice little invention. So it just take the existing bolts. It's a hell of a nice little invention, really. Let's see what happens. Jesus. She's stuck tight. Wow. I might need like an extension or something for that. But we have the Milwaukee. This thing has like 1,000,000 foot-pounds of torque. I'm not gonna get crazy with it, but let's just see if it'll bump it over. Nope. Nope, she's stuck tight. How about we try the other way here? We're on the left side. Let's try the right side. Son of a bushel basket. She's locked up tight. And that's no good. So I wonder now if we should pull the valve covers and see what we got here. Maybe pull the heads and see if we can unlock this stuck engine. Let's try this one more time. Oh my God. Nope. we're gonna need to dive a little deeper into this one. Before I pull this valve cover, let's get all this trash out of the way, because I'm sure if I don't, I'll hear it in the comments. Why didn't you wipe all that shit away from there? Okay, this hose needs to come off before that can really come off of there. I believe that is a 1/2-inch wrench. So I'll grab one of those. Let's get this other side off of here. It's got to pop the seal. Well, it's better than I thought it was going to be. We have some rust on those rockers, but the back ones look pretty good, which I thought would kind of be the opposite here, because these front cylinders looked good, the back ones did not. But as you see here, it looks like it's the opposite with the push rods. So I need to zip these rockers off, take the head off, and see what we're working with. All right, so now that I struggled with these for way too long, the intake bolts, I'm going to take the rockers off, the head bolts out, and then the 8 head bolts on the side out, and hopefully pry each head away from the engine while leaving the intake and the distributor, leave them alone. So that's the next goal here, and then go get a block of wood, see if we can start beating on these pistons and see if that will free it up, along with the breaker bar and the pulley here. All right, so the last time I did this on a 62 Buick, I didn't pull the push rods out first, so I learned my lesson that time, and we're gonna do it first. These don't actually look that bad. I mean, they have some rust on them, but nothing crazy terrible. This has been the absolute worst motor I've had to work on so far. I've had to get in the engine bay to get that last bolt. The exhaust didn't want to come off, so I had to fight that a little bit. But now these bolts are out, the head bolts here are out, and these bolts are out. It should come free. There we go. Oh, man. So the Marvel here did literally nothing. Wow, there is just so much. This one's full of mud, and that's sand. Sand and mud. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna run again. That cylinder's got about, I don't even know, a 1/16 of an inch missing out of it right there. And it's all right here. It's all this nice slurry. Yeah, there's a bunch of sand, rust. I think this motor's toast. So, just for fun here, guys, I'm not going to pull this head. This motor's not going to run. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, the amount of rust and crap that's caked in this engine's missing, or this piston, or this cylinder is missing some of the sidewall there. I mean, this is actually probably the worst one I've seen. But just for fun, I'll get a piece of wood here and beat on this a little bit. We'll put a bar on it and see, maybe with this head off of here now, I don't know, maybe something we can do something here. But no, I'm not putting this motor back together. I'm not going to try to run it. Yeah, that's fun to watch and all that fun stuff, but the reality of it is, even if this motor would run, I mean, this thing needs a fresh rebuild, 100%. I mean, it can be rebuilt. It's, you know, there's no reason to run it just for 30 seconds of YouTube clout. I mean, the head gasket doesn't look, well, yeah, it's got rust. Yeah, it's bad. Head gasket needs to be replaced too, but I'll get a piece of wood, see if we can beat on this thing a little bit, see if we can free it up. But regardless here, it needs a rebuild. Got myself a 2x4. Okay, I gotta try something different here. Being in the engine bay is not working out. Son of a... Oh, kind of getting sick of this. All right, I'm gonna try it. I've hit them now for, I don't know, 5 minutes, on and off. let's give it the old 1-2 try. So I'm kind of getting sick of this. I'm sure everyone else can feel my pain on that one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nope. Nope. I'm calling it today. I am calling it today. While I'm sure this motor can be saved if you want to bore it 60 over and redo the entire thing, this motor, as it stands, I think is she saw her last mile when she was parked. If you're wondering, there's what the head looks like. We have one stuck valve. Oh, you guys probably can't see it when it's dark. There we go. Yeah, one stuck valve. This cylinder's pretty bad. This is number 7, and it's got some stuff caked in there. Number 1 doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's obviously the best of the 4, but even when it's bad, the best is not the best. So yeah, there's the head for everyone that was curious. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's always a gamble. I figured with how long this car had sat, where it sat, how rough the floors looked, I was kind of, leery of us actually getting this thing running, or at least unstuck. The amount of corrosion and crap in the cylinders, you always wonder what life did this car have before you got it, or I got it, or whoever got it, and why was it parked in the first place? What's the story on it? I wish the car could talk. Unfortunately, it can't. So today I'm just going to chalk this one up as an L, and it's a good parts car. If you guys need a parts car, if you guys want to try to fix this one, let me know. Email me. It's down in the description below. But if you guys enjoyed it today, leave a like rating. Leave a like rating for Greasy Hands. If you guys can relate to that, click the like button before you leave. Leave any comments, questions, concerns down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy it today. My name is Ryan. This is Iowa Classic Cars, and I will catch you next time.